Well, this review took as long to come out as season 2 of Wednesday did. But we're finally here, season 2 of Wednesday, and they turned it up a notch. Sharper jokes, deeper mystery, and way more character development than season 1. But did this all hold together, or did Nevermore lose its edge? Let's talk about it. Netflix's Wednesday, Season 2. This season feels more polished and deliberate. The pacing's better, the comedy's better, the dialogue is actually better, and that's surprising because the dialogue was actually really good in Season 1 and it just got extremely better in Season 2. Wednesday isn't just carrying everything on her own like she was in Season 1. We have more side characters becoming more prominent and helping Wednesday, carry everything, so it's not just her. Side characters get more shine, so this makes this season a bit more bigger. So in this season, with the characters, Bianca actually gets more to do. Granted, at the end of season 1, Bianca, she turned over a new leaf from becoming, enemies with Wednesday to becoming slight frenemies, but more friends than enemies. So with her, she gets more backstory. She gets more to do. There's actually stuff in the season going on that mainly pertains to her. Thing has more personality in this, and you learn more about him. You see a lot more about him. And there's a twist with him that blew my mind. And the Addams family, they get more presence in this season, so I'm really happy that they gave them more to do. You found out more stuff that pertains to Morticia. You find out more stuff that pertains to Gomez. And it all really comes together, and it shows you that the Addams family has a very big connection to Nevermore. But now Pugsley, he was a problem. But it was in a way that worked, because he caused problems that Wednesday would have to fix. And when you see that, you understand the contrast with Pugsley and Wednesday and how they differ from each other. And it made the family dynamic feel a lot more authentic, especially with the whole big sister, little brother dynamic. I also expected Lady Gaga to have more screen time in here because from what I saw, they really hyped up her character in this. But she had little screen time, but her character was really prominent to the story, and it really helped the story progress in a very good way. And of course, you have Enid and Wednesday's friendship. It actually gets put to the test a lot this season, but then it really shows you the lesson of how people have to fall apart to come together. And I still question how they even work out since they're complete opposites, because Enid is all pink and colors and Wednesday's all dark and broody. But what I really liked about this season is that they really fixed all the issues I complained about in season 1. Because I complained about the fact that Wednesday shouldn't have been in relationships and that we could have seen more of the Addams family. Well, in this season, I think they kind of overheard me, the FBI kind of stalking my phone, and they were just like, you know what? Let's cut out the love stories with Wednesday, and let's bring in more of the Addams family. Let's give James what he loves. And I extremely love that. Thank you, Netflix, for listening. And for listening to everyone else that complained about the same stuff, too. And, I thought I'd be sad about Xavier leaving, because I actually liked his character, even though I prefer Tyler. But it didn't feel like we were missing anything. Because granted, he was actually one of the love interests for Wednesday. And like I said, I didn't want that in here. But I expect him to be he pushes back because Wednesday puts up more boundaries. But him not being in this really put more focus on Wednesday just moving forward and just doing her thing and not having anything distracting her. And with this show, even though there's so many storylines, there's so many plots going on, there's so many issues. It flows so smoothly. And the solution would come so well so that even when something else would happen, it'll get fixed and it'll just... The runtime for this show was awesome in how they prioritized so much stuff with this. Because you would think that there was going to be too much happening, but everything just flowed well. The problem started. She found out about the problem. It got fixed. And that moved completely well. I just loved it. And this season leaned more into mystery. So there was a lot of times where I've audibly gasped because I was like, plot twist? This happened? This happened, that happened. I was too stunned to speak because there was just so much that was happening and I didn't even expect that. And one of my favorite moments in this season was the Enid and Agnes dance. Well, before we talk about the dance, let's talk about Agnes herself as a character. So, as you find out in this show that Wednesday has fans because of her heroic stuff that she did in season 1. So, there's a character named Agnes and she's very creepy, very awkward, very just strange all together. Just every time you see her on screen, like, you get a chill down your spine because she's just so unwell. And she's a stalker. But when everything comes all together, the dance scene between her and Enid was, I loved it. Stylish, creative. It was peak Addams Family vibes. It didn't get as much hype as the dance scene from season 1, but it's on par with it. And the stuff that I didn't like about this season, honestly, there wasn't really anything I didn't like about the season. Like, some subplots kind of stretched too thin to give certain characters things to do just to show us more of them because we didn't get enough of them in season 1. And some mysteries were somewhat predictable, like always. And yeah, a few corny scenes came up, especially with Uncle Fester. I loved him more in season 1, but it seems like they tried to dial him up to be extra weird this season, and it came off a bit corny, but it is what it is. It didn't really damage the show. And now I see a lot of people complaining about Wednesday not getting enough shine in her own show this season because all this stuff that was happening. But I actually like that because we actually got to learn more about these characters, actually got to feel more with these characters and dive deeper into their problems to understand how severe it was. So when Wednesday did have to come and fix it, we would see and understand the challenge of what she had to overcome. The stakes were just so higher in this season, and you actually felt what she endured when going through this. And I love that they did that. I appreciate that they fleshed out these characters more so we can feel for them more. But can we talk about the timeline of this? Like, I fully understand that the reason that season 1 and season 2 were so far apart was due to the writer's strike, among other things, but that was the more prominent issue. Season 1 and season 2 are only separated because of summer vacation. But when we come back to season 2, Eugene and Pugsley hit this extreme growth spurt. Like, honestly, Phineas and Ferb didn't even have as long as a summer as they did. And what I appreciate about this series is that each season we get one legacy character from the Addams Family. Season 1 was Christina Ricci, and she played Wednesday. Season 2, we got Christopher Lloyd, and he played Uncle Fester. Fingers crossed for season 3 we get Angelica Hudson, because she plays Morticia. We can hope. So overall, season 2 actually got better. Season 2 was stronger, it was funnier, way more polished than season 1. It fixed everything that didn't work last time. It gave the Addams Family more value. Get it? And it balanced humor with mystery that actually helped the show very well. And the ending of the season teases 4 new problems that we can expect in season 3, which shows that season 3 has a lot of potential to be way better, so they can dial it up a notch some more. And the best part of this is that they already confirmed that season 3 is already going to start production soon, so we're expected to get that sooner than we got season 2 after season 1, because they don't want to put us through the whole thing that Stranger Things fans are going through. So for me, season 2 of Wednesday, my review for it is a solid with snacks. So yeah, season 2 really delivered. It, in my opinion, delivered more than season 1 did. But what did you guys think? Did it top season 1, or did season 1 top this? And if you like my vibe, comment below, like and subscribe. And hey, hopefully season 3 and my review don't take this long to drop again, alright? So I'm James Hancock, signing off.